Hi, I'm Quinn Nguyen at Intercom's Oil and Gas Conference in Denver, Colorado. Joining me now is Keith Larsen, Chief Executive Officer of U.S. Energy. Welcome, Keith.
Well, good morning. Thank you for having me here.
Now, your company operates in some of the most attractive basins across the country. What goes into your decision-making process when determining how to allocate capital?
Right now, we are involved in the Bakken and the Eagle Ford as our major plays, and what we look at is our rate of return. And currently we're enjoying somewhere between 45 and 85% rate of return. So a bulk of our allocation of capital is going to those two resource plays.
Now, is access to services an ongoing issue in these regions?
Definitely is. We've seen a delay as much as 5 or 6 months in our fracking. Specifically in the Bakken, we haven't seen those type of delays yet in the Eagle Ford, but I would expect those. We're partnered up with Brigham Exploration. We've drilled and completed 18 wells. We're currently planning 2 more before the end of the year, possibly 4. We've had 100% success, but it's kind of painful when you have the capital outlay in the drilling and we're waiting on frac services. But I think it'll get better like any play, and the services will come to us. So we anticipate cutting that 5-6 month lead time down to maybe 2 months.
Now, on August 5th, 2011, you closed on the purchase of an additional 6,200 net acres of leases adjacent to your Wolverine lease holdings. How does this acquisition strengthen your company's existing position?
We have 12,000 acres currently net in the Bakken in Montana, and we added 6,000 acres, so it's a 50% increase. And we have studied the logs in the area. We know that we have a good Bakken presence as well as the Three Forks, and we anticipate doing our first test before the end of the year.
And also earlier this year, you announced 2 separate participation agreements with Crimson Exploration in the Eagle Ford. Talk to us about this.
We did. We drilled our first well and completed it. We're flowing it back. We're encouraged. We haven't released the results yet, but we are anticipating additional acreage acquisition in the area. We'll drill. This was in our northern acreage in Zavala County. We also, the second participation agreement with Crimson is in Zavala and Dimmitt, right on the border, and we will drill an additional test well there in October. So we're excited about the play. Again, another resource play, and we hope we have the same success that we had in the Bakken.
Now, what is your strategy regarding hedges?
We currently have 600 barrels a day hedged. 400 barrels goes through the end of September, 200 barrels through the end of December. Recently talked to my board of directors about putting on additional hedges for next year, and once we get clarity on what type of average barrel per day we anticipate next year, I anticipate putting on additional hedges.
What else do we know about U.S. Energy?
Well, U.S. Energy is kind of a different E&P company. Besides our currently 1,200 BOE per day, we also have a mining project here in Colorado. It's called the Mount Emmons Project. It's a molybdenum project, so you get a little bit of everything if you invest in our company.
Well, Keith, it's been a pleasure talking to you here today.
Well, it's been a pleasure for you having me here, and thank you very kindly.
I'm Quinn Nguyen for oilandgas360.com.